Hello there, welcome to SaberDuel Wrestling Podcast, where we always take the high ground. I do not normally do reaction videos or instant news breaking videos, certainly not in wrestling stuff. However, tonight has been littered with stuff that I have to talk about from the Elimination Chamber, but none more so than the shocking breaking news: John Cena has turned heel. Surprisingly enough, there was this whole angle with The Rock asking Cody Rhodes to sell his soul to him, and John Cena won the Elimination Chamber, which meant he was going to fight Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania. Cody Rhodes comes out to congratulate him. Then down comes The Rock asking Cody, come on, tell me you're going to do it. Tell me you're going to do it. Tell me you're going to give me your soul. You're going to sell out to me. And he doesn't. In fact, he tells The Rock to go fuck himself. Literally. It doesn't get bleeped out or anything. You actually hear that. And John Cena is cheering him. He's like, oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And he comes over, gives Cody Rhodes a big hug. He looks over towards The Rock. His face falls stone cold. The Rock does a throat-slitting gesture. Cena pulls away from Cody with a smile and kicks him square between the legs. And then the two of them, John Cena and The Rock, proceed to beat down brutally on Cody Rhodes. They rip his shirt off. They whip him with the belt. It is brutal. The scene ends with John Cena stood 1 foot on Cody Rhodes' head next to The Rock. This is massive. This is something that the fans were clamouring for decades, was a John Cena heel turn. It almost became a joke. In fact, there was one bit where John Cena actually stands there and says, you want to see a John Cena heel turn? And then he just turns his foot on the heel multiple times. It became banter that Cena was never going to turn heel. And this is like his retirement tour. This next year is his goodbye to the wrestling. So we never expected to see it at all. But we've seen it. And he's turned heel on the road to WrestleMania, about to challenge Cody for the world title, with The Rock, the final boss, the man who sits on the board. This is two major Hollywood stars, Dwayne The Rock Johnson and John Cena. These are genuinely big name Hollywood celebrities now that in time for WrestleMania have come back and effectively declared war on Cody Rhodes. And the WWE universe in general. This is massive. The idea of this heel turn from John Cena, we just never thought we'd see it, and he sold it amazingly. Throughout the entire night and match, Cena was just over the top, goofy, cartoonish hero, good guy, but his acting was a little bit goofy as well, as if he was almost playing it a little bit too silly and too kids cartoon type thing. But then that moment when he went stone, sort of just cold in his eyes, that glazed look came over and he just looked so serious. I actually think that a lot of that was done deliberately, so that when he became so serious and dark and brutal, it's such a stark contrast. We're getting it. We are getting the John Cena heel run alongside the final boss. We are getting Cody Rhodes versus John Cena at WrestleMania. This is amazing. It's going to be huge. So yeah, that's the big news from there. And that is the big news for the night. That is what you're going to see all over the internet. That is going to be the big news. Does this mean we're going to see John Cena win that 17th world title and basically finally break that Ric Flair record as recognised by WWE? Will he have that one last world title run? It feels more likely now than it did before, because if Cody's going to lose the title, losing it with The Rock against him, with John Cena against him, that feels a lot more likely. And then we potentially have him winning the title back later in the year, maybe around SummerSlam or something. Who knows? John Cena doesn't need a long title run. He just needs a title run. Yeah, massive news, massive news. I think the men's elimination chamber also kind of set up the rumoured Drew McIntyre and Damian Priest thing. It also looks like they are probably going ahead with either Seth versus CM Punk again, or the Seth, CM Punk, Roman Reigns triple threat. I was kind of hoping we would move again away from that, if I'm honest, but it looks like we're going to get that anyway. We also had the unsanctioned fight between Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. That was brutal. It was awesome. Definitely worth checking out. And Kevin Owens won it. And he went to continue beating down on Sami, which is when we got the return of Randall Keith Orton. Randy Orton made his big return and attacked, hit an RKO on Kevin Owens before hitting 4 more on various referees. It looks like we're going to get Kevin Owens versus Randy Orton at Mania 2. Decent match. I'm up for that. Trish Stratus and Tiffany Stratton beat Nia Jax and Candice LeRae in a fine match. Helps Trish Stratus as part of her 25th anniversary. Really cool. That was fine. Set Tiffany up with a nice win on her way to WrestleMania to fight Charlotte Flair. And we had the Women's Elimination Chamber, which started with a bang because Naomi and Liv Morgan were the first 2 in the ring. Before the bell even rang, Jade Cargill's music played. Liv Morgan looked terrified. Of course, she'd been set up as the person that attacked her. Jade Cargill came walking in, didn't attack Liv Morgan, attacked Naomi. It was clearly Naomi who had attacked her. Bianca acted all shocked and horrified, and I don't buy it. I think it's going to turn out that Bianca was behind the attack from Naomi anyway. But it looks like we're going to get Naomi versus Jade Cargill, or maybe Bianca will come into that to some degree. But Bianca seems out of it for now because she won the Elimination Chamber, which means she will be the one challenging Rhea Ripley. However, as they were leaving, we did get Io Sky coming out as well, because Rhea Ripley is facing Io Sky for the title on Raw this week. So that one's still a little bit up in the air. So that's the news from Elimination Chamber, guys. But my word, the John Cena heel turn is going to be one of the biggest wrestling pieces of news in the last 10, 15 years. I think you probably have to go back to the Hulk Hogan heel turn to really, or the Austin heel turn, I suppose, to really see anything that matches this. I'm really excited for it. I love the idea of a heel John Cena. If we get a heel Bianca Belair alongside that at some point, then my heel face card is happy. What are your thoughts? Did you see Elimination Chamber? Did you have any strong thoughts about any of this? What do you think about how the WrestleMania card is starting to look up to be? We've got some good matches, some other matches which I'm not too sure about yet, but we will see how they go. Until next time, guys, take the high ground.